And welcome back to this edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone at the Kingsport Times News.
One news item that the Kingsport Times News has heavily featured over the years has been our amazing art scene. Included in that, of course, are the incredible Barter Theater and the incredible Symphony of the Mountains Orchestra. During the last few years, these two powerhouse arts organizations have teamed up to perform Cabaret and Les Miserables. And for all of you symphony and theater lovers out there, which includes us, fortunately, they are coming together again to present the Broadway hit musical Chicago. The performance will take place this November at the Eastman Toy F. Reed Center. Here now with all the details are Melissa Roberts and Katherine Foreman. A frequent CZ guest, yes. Melissa is the general manager of the Symphony of the Mountains Orchestra. And making her first CZ appearance, Katherine Foreman is the Director of Advancement for Barter Theater. It's good to see both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. A lot of buzz and talk and excitement in the community over this, and we're still months away. But Katherine, tell us a little bit about how the idea to present Chicago with the Barter and Symphony together came about.
Well, Chicago's a pretty easy pick, I think. You know, it was the longest running American musical on Broadway, written by John Kander and Fred Ebb, so some of the greatest music ever. They also wrote Cabaret. People may not know that. So you've got that going for you. You've got an incredible script. You've got a show that demands great acting and also gives you the opportunity for incredible dance.
Yes.
And so that's our cup of tea.
Sure.
And when you have a great score to work with, then it really deserves an orchestra experience for the audience, and we're happy to be able to provide that. It works with the band that we have also. I mean, it's a really incredible range of performance scale on this score, but the orchestra is going to add an extra, something really more than a little extra. It's a transformative experience, I think, for the audience.
Now, and I'm sure that you've already done all the casting for it. I know that. Did you get a call for the singing? I didn't get a call for the dancing.
I got a call to be the usher in the balcony, but you know.
The call didn't go through.
She says with such a delightful smile on her face. So, Melissa, this is going to be a little bit different production then. It's going to be set up a little bit differently too. So can you walk our audience through what they can expect to see for the production?
Well, it's really kind of almost two separate productions, because when you go to Barter and you see it in the theater there, you're going to have a smaller band. You know, it's going to be a smaller group of musicians, but you're going to have the full backgrounds and that type of thing. So when you come to Kingsport and you see it, what you're going to have is the full cast. And you're going to have some of the props, all of the costuming, but you're going to have a full orchestra on top of it. And like Katherine said, this one lends itself to a full orchestra. It is one of those pieces that is just incredibly powerful. It's an amazing story.
So grand.
Yeah, it is. And it's just one of those things that having the full orchestra behind a professional cast is going to make this an incredible experience. But it is kind of like two separate productions, so we're encouraging everybody to go to Barter to see it and then come to Kingsport to see it, because it is two
They are
different
pretty
things.
different.
Really?
Yeah,
and it's worth seeing twice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Our director is Tricia Matthews, and I was talking to her yesterday, and they're itching to get a full-blown rehearsal and get this thing on its feet. They just can't wait to get to it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things is, you know, people think, oh, well, Barter and Symphony are going to be rehearsing this for weeks ahead of time. We get one dress rehearsal and we go live. So that's what happens when you bring two professional organizations together is you get it, you hit it, and you are on stage.
That's wonderful.
Well, it's a testament to the caliber and the quality of those professional organizations.
It really is.
And Melissa, people love the Barter, they love the Symphony of the Mountains, and they go crazy when they're on stage together. This is the third time they're doing that. It truly is a one-time only special performance. It really is a can't miss, right?
It is. Yeah. You know, and in the past we've done two shows, and this year, because of scheduling, we have one show. Yeah. So you have one opportunity to see this on November 13th. We're doing a matinee at 3 p.m. So I encourage everybody, you know, don't miss this. Don't forget about it. Don't think, oh, I'll go to the next one. There isn't the next one.
Are the tickets already on sale?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Through the Barter box office.
Okay.
And I would say people who have never been to the symphony, never been to the theater, you think this is not for you, Chicago would be the place to try it. It's a hilarious story about two female criminals who hire the same defense attorney, and everybody ends up being famous. And that's something that's really, it's right out of the headlines, just as it was in 1975 when Chicago was produced, and the 1920s where this thing was set. So you'll see yourself, and I think other people you know in it. You don't have to dress up. You can just wear a decent shirt, pants, whatever you have. Wear shoes. It'll be November. And you'll see people there, you know, wearing ties or cocktail dresses. But it's okay to come with whatever you have. I would, you know, get yourself over to the Toy Reed and see this.
That's great.
Theater and symphonies for everyone.
Yeah.
It truly is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Barter's also doing Chicago this fall, but you also have a number of other shows on your playbill. So what can we enjoy at Barter this fall and into the holiday season?
Yeah, our other show there in the theater is
Yeah.
Something Wicked This Way Comes,
Right.
which is our spooky show
Yes.
based
Are
on
you
the
in
book
that
and the
one?
novel.
I am, yes. That one they cast me for, yes.
And then across the street at Barter Stage 2, we have Perfect Murder. Or we have big murder fans among our audience.
Yeah.
And then Winter Wheat, which is brand new. It was written by our playwright in residence, Katherine. It is based on the true story of a family from Nyota, Tennessee, that was instrumental in passing the ratification of the women's right to vote, the 19th Amendment. They
Wow.
the son provided the last vote that let Tennessee ratify it. It was the 36th state. That was the threshold. And our country changed because of that. So
Wow.
it's
What
quite
a
a story.
great
It's got
story,
local
yeah.
interest, and I didn't know anything about it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sounds like a great playbill there. And Melissa, of course, Symphony of the Mountains, you guys have a lot coming up for your season, right?
We do. We have a big season. We've got the Kruger brothers that are coming back. We're touring locally with them, and then we're going on tour with them to North Carolina and to Switzerland. And then we.
Now, how did you pick Switzerland?
yeah.
I mean, you know what? Where'd that come from?
Cornelia
Yeah.
who, so we're doing that, and then we've got our Christmas concerts. We've got Verdi's Requiem, which is this huge choral piece, and then of course we're finding the end of our season with Carl Tanner, which
Okay.
people around here
Yeah.
adore him.
Sounds wonderful.
Melissa, if people want tickets to the Symphony of the Mountains, any of your shows, or want to get season passes, just want more information, where can they find that?
They can get it on our website at symphonyofthemountains.org. They can give us a call at 423-392-8423, or come visit us Monday
Yeah.
through Friday from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
And Katherine, if people want the latest on what's happening at Barter, they want to get tickets for Chicago, where do they do that?
BarterTheater.com or the box office at 276-628-3991. If you go to the Symphony of the Mountains website, there's a link to the Barter website so you can get your Chicago tickets there.
Easy
We're all,
enough.
we're all hooked up
That's
there.
great.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show. I mean, what an amazing collaboration that you have going on, but on top of that, just the talent that you all have individually as well. We're so blessed to have that level here in a community like we do. So thank you so much for everything that you do to support the
Glad to be
arts.
here. Thank you so much.
Thank you both. And there's more of your CZ from the Kingsport Times News right after this.